Welcome to the Geeks and Greeks podcast, where we bring in the latest and greatest in the world of sports. We couldn't be more thrilled to kick off this exciting journey with all of you. In this podcast, we'll dive into everything from game recaps to news and hot takes. Whether you're a diehard fan or just someone looking to stay in the loop, there's something here for everyone. So grab your favorite team's jersey, settle in with some snacks, and let's get ready for an adrenaline-packed ride through the world of sports. All right, guys, welcome back to the Halloween episode of the Geeks and Greeks podcast that unfortunately one of us forgot about. Guess who it is? This dude.
Yeah, come on,
Totally
man.
spaced on it, but it is what it is. It's still going to be a great show regardless. We're going to have a full show today. We got a lot going on. NBA basketball has just been insane. We got the World Series going on, NFL as well. It's going to be a packed show, and I cannot wait to get into it. So, before we get really into the show and into the teeth of everything, how's everyone's week been going?
Pretty good, man. Super stoked for Halloween. It's my favorite time of year. I love this weather. I love the food. I love beer. I love Halloween. I love horror movies. This is just my time, man. I got to go to like haunted houses last week, going trick-or-treating with my daughter. Like, I'm super excited. How about you guys?
I feel like the only thing that would make this better for you is if we replaced the time of year with like Christmas and it was colder.
Yeah, that's fair. That's why I want to move north, man. It's way too warm in Pennsylvania. It's like 50 something today. Can we get it down to like the 40s?
I feel like you're going to be like Brock and like move to Canada, but not because you want to get away from people, but just because you want it to be colder.
You know, I was actually really thinking that like when my kids get old enough, like I might move to Japan for like a year because like there's places in Japan that get like 20 feet of snow a year. I'm like, that sounds like heaven. I really want to live in 20 feet of snow. That would be amazing. Like, I don't know what I would do. I don't know how I could do it, but like it would be so cool.
Do you actually know where in the U.S. gets the most snowfall a year?
No.
California.
Yeah. Wow. Is it? Because I guess up north, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in the northern part, like up in the northern, like the north, like east corner, up like where they meet Nevada, up in the mountains up there.
Yeah.
They record the most snowfall every year in the U.S.
No.
It's actually a huge like skiing resort area. Yeah, right. Fair enough. But yeah, that's actually the same. Cause that's the same pass in the same area where the Donner Party came through in the Oregon Trail. If you ever heard of that in school, it's that same pass in that same area. They actually made a ski resort and ski town up there.
Oh, nice.
Like Lake Tahoe and stuff like that. It goes between California and Nevada.
Now the question is does that part of California light on fire half the year?
You're in the mountains, so I don't know.
Yeah. Because if it doesn't, maybe I don't have to move all the way to Japan. But like
I that'd be something you have to research before you go out there. But I don't know. I know the northern part does have problems with wildfires, but I don't know if that area does since you're more in the mountains. If they have that issue or not, I really couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Because I mean, my destination's inside the South in Southern California, where they don't usually, unless somebody sets it on fire. It's not natural wildfires.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Moving along to the first part of the podcast, QB Survivor.
And now it's time for QB Survivor.
QB Survivor, where every week we choose a quarterback to eliminate until at the end of the regular season, where we find out who is the QB Survivor. This week, Jared Goff and Sam Darnold have the golden immunity because they're on the bye. Pete, who are you giving your immunity to?
All right. So I've got a little letter to the man I'm giving my immunity to. Lamar, sir, you are here based on reputation alone. It is time for you to start playing like an MVP and show us that hamstring is not going to be a problem all year long. This is your last chance. You have my immunity this week. You better play tomorrow, or well, it would be yesterday when you guys are all hearing this. But Lamar Jackson is my immunity for this week.
Yeah, they said.
I'm so glad I got to go first.
They said he was supposed to play this week.
Right?
Adam, who are you giving your immunity to?
This week was actually kind of hard to find some because most of the guys left on our list actually had really good weeks for the most part. But I'm actually giving mine to Dak Prescott because he actually had a bad week this week.
I was going to throw him on the chopping block myself.
Yeah, I know you. I knew somebody was going to.
Yeah, he was my number one, too.
Yep, with a bullet.
Yep.
I'm surprised he was your number one. I figured my number one would be the number one with a bullet. Oh, there was a worse quarterback than him. But
we'll get into that later. Yeah, hard disagree. But
yeah, no, Dak had a bad week. And to be fair, I mean, Denver's got a good defense. This was honestly the first week he had of this entire season that was bad. I mean, before this, he was honestly putting up MVP type numbers, so I'm going to give him a pass.
All right.
I am going to just destroy the list by choosing a gentleman from the NFC East that didn't play, Mr. Jaden Daniels. You got 1 week. I'm not giving you all these second, third, fourth chances at Lamar Jackson guy. You get this one. Next week, you're gone.
To be fair, each MVP buys you a 2-week grace period, so Lamar gets a 4-week grace period.
Pete, who are you putting on the chopping block?
Well, since I can't put Dak Prescott on the chopping block, I am going to have to go over to Baker Mayfield. So I guess you could say that, like, they didn't really need Baker to beat the Saints, which is why he didn't have a huge stat line. And you're probably right, but he had 152 yards, he had no touchdowns, and he didn't have a single rushing attempt. Like, I know you just didn't really need, I guess, to use him, but that's a terrible stat line.
I feel like at that point, why not just play Teddy Bridgewater and save Baker Mayfield?
Exactly.
Like, don't even put him out there.
The hits.
Yeah. Like, and honestly, he was my number one with the bullet by far because he played a worse team. At least with Dak, Denver has a really good defense. That's the only thing I got. New Orleans is terrible all the way around as a team, and that's what we got.
Yeah.
And he had a worse QBR than Dak did by like half. Like literally, Dak doubled his QBR rating basically.
Yeah, I mean, I think I had them flip-flop for the reason that, like, they won the game.
Yeah.
And, like, of course they did because they played the Saints. But, like,
right.
You know, part of the reason I'm sure that for the low stat line is he was holding back a lot.
Yeah.
Because not a single rushing attempt. Come on, man.
Which is probably true, but still bad. Also, it's one of those where, like, I had to find somebody
right
at this point.
Adam, who are you nominating for the chopping block?
I am putting up everyone's overhyped MVP candidate this week, Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, you blasphemous.
Okay.
Even though they won, the first half was atrocious. And going into that half at 7-7 with a backup, I mean, yeah, he finished with 299 total yards, passing yards, but 3 touchdowns to 2 interceptions and a 61 QBR that's worse than Dak. And Dak was your number one. Like, I'm sorry, dude. Patrick Mahomes played good for like a quarter and a half.
I will admit.
Now, granted, I will say they were the quarter and a half that mattered at the end of the game and not the beginning of the game. But still, it's like you were playing a team that wasn't that good. Washington's not good this year.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to be an MVP candidate favorite with these kind of performances. I'm sorry, dude. No.
I gotta admit, the beginning of this game was like watching two big rigs on a cold start, just trying to kick that engine over, and it just would not go. It took them, halfway through the second before anybody scored anything?
Yeah. Like, here's my question. Why have the Thursday night games been way better than the Monday night games this year?
Yeah.
Like almost every single week, the Thursday night game, for the most part, has been actually really good, whereas almost every Monday night game has been just trash.
See, I mean, I don't know about Monday being trash because I do agree with you, but I don't know if that was on purpose. But I do think the Thursday night game is on purpose. And I think they're responding to the internet because everyone was talking about how like the Thursday night game is cursed because it always ends up being terrible. And it's like, even when you think the two teams would be good, by the time they get to that game, they're both like 1-5 and nobody wants to watch the game. Like, and I think the NFL has specifically been putting better games on Thursday.
I mean, kind of, but I mean, we got the icy hot bowl last week between Rodgers and Flacco that didn't look like it was going to be a good game. That was still a really good game.
Yeah, it was.
That one threw me.
That was probably the best game of the week last week, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's basically two 40-year-old dudes dialing it up for a week, proving that they can still go at it.
I mean, to be fair, like, they didn't know that it was going to be the icy hot bowl. Like, but they did know that like Aaron Rodgers was going to be playing and it was an interdivisional game. So like, I think it was targeted for those reasons, expecting a good game. And then Flacco showed up with his gray hair and just acted like he was 20. It was insane.
Yeah. Like, I mean, and even some of the games that have looked like they wouldn't be that good with some of the, I guess, lesser teams in the NFL have still been good games. Yeah. Like, that's what makes it still good. Like, even this, I think if Jaden Daniels had played, I don't know if this game would have been that good, to be honest with you. Because Jaden Daniels hasn't been playing that great this year either, in general. It's that sophomore slump, but it's just like the most Monday night games have been just kind of even with good teams playing.
Yeah,
weird. For my nomination, I'm throwing up CJ Stroud. He had one interception and a passer rating of the lowest on the island. And I know it's sixth lowest because I'm on number 6 on my list. So
what was his QBR?
I have his passer rating as 106.
Like, I had Josh Allen having a worse passer rating than him.
Josh Allen was tied, but I went with CJ Stroud because interdivisional. So screw the Texans.
I guess fair.
All right, Pete, who are you voting for? And you can't pick Baker.
I mean, I feel like I disagree with you about Pat Mahomes. I think the Chiefs have turned a corner. They're on, a 3-game win streak. I think they're returning to their form, and they're going to make another run at the Super Bowl. And it's just going to play out like every other year does in the AFC. So I am going to have to vote for CJ Stroud because I think that Pat Mahomes is going to bounce back.
All right. And Adam, who are you voting for? And you can't pick Mahomes.
Man, I got to vote for one of two guys that I both like. I meant to vote for Baker. I just think Baker had a worse week. CJ actually had a really good week. So I just can't vote for him.
Well, one of these is my number 6 and one of them's my number 4. So sorry, Baker.
Yeah.
That's 3 votes for Baker Mayfield, and you are off the island.
This is Sparta!
At least he made it to QB Survivor this year.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I did feel kind of bad that he was just straight up eliminated in the preseason last year. Now this year,
we had a lot of hate for Baker.
Now this year, I feel bad for Daniel Jones not making it to the regular season.
You know what, though, to be fair, nobody saw this coming.
No, No.
Absolutely. It's like last year when we eliminated Sam Darnold, and it's like, oh, he actually was playing well. Like, dude, nobody could have seen this coming. Absolutely nobody. That's why when people are like, everyone owes Daniel Jones an apology. I'm like, no, we don't, because nobody saw this coming.
No.
Like, he showed absolutely none of this in college or in the NFL. So I'm sorry, nobody owes anybody an apology.
No.
Colts just happened to strike sheer dumb luck.
I'm not even sure it's dumb luck. It might just be like, I mean, I guess chance is the same thing. But I really think that part of it is the fact that he never really had a good coach. So no one has good tape on him, but he has actual NFL experience. Mm-hmm. And so he's like a rookie where no one knows what he's going to do, but he actually knows how to play in the NFL. And I think it's going to last 1 year. And next year they're going to get tape on him and he's going to go back to being a normal quarterback.
See, what I cannot wrap my head around is how did you have Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley on the same team and just not have them explode?
See, I think this is more on the offensive coordinator because Dable he's a quarterback's guy, which is why they brought him in to work with Daniel Jones, which made sense because he also was the guy that got Josh Allen to beat Josh Allen. He was in Buffalo and was the quarterback's coach and stuff when Josh Allen got drafted and kind of molded him into who he is now. So that's why New York brought him in to try to help him fix Daniel Jones, and he couldn't.
But
I don't know.
But moving on to the next section of the podcast, winners and losers.
It's time for winners and losers.
I want winners. I want people that want to win.
You are one pathetic loser.
Winners and losers, where we at the Geeks and Greeks podcast predict a team to win next week and a team to lose next week. We can only choose a team once for the year, and at the end of the year, whoever has the most points wins. This year, we're turning up the difficulty with the rule that both the winner and the loser must be from the same division, and as always, the winner and the loser must be from 2 different games. Last week, Pete went with the NFC North, taking the Bears to win over the Ravens. Unfortunately, the Ravens were reminded that they fucking play football. 30-16. It turns out that Derrick Henry is still a terrifying man.
I'm not even allowed to be mad because I have Derrick Henry on my fantasy football team and I had him in the game. So it's like, God damn it. Like, you screw me on one side and you help me win the game on the other side.
Well, I mean, Baltimore also changed quarterbacks last week, too. They went from Cooper Rush to Tyler Huntley.
Yeah, Tyler Huntley.
Yeah.
So maybe Cooper Rush just sucks.
Maybe.
You won't get an argument from me about that.
Yeah. Something Dallas fans have knew for a couple years.
Pete also took the Packers to lose to the Steelers. Nope, Packers knocked down Old Man Rodgers 35-25, and I blame those jerseys. What's wrong with you people?
Oh my God, what are those jerseys? Like, what is the design on the front of the shirt?
I wonder if it was like an elementary school art competition or something, but that's all I got.
Oh my goodness.
Adam and I had crossover this week with the NFC East, taking the Eagles to win over the Giants. Hell yeah, 38-20. Go Birds. And
Go Birds.
And the Commanders lose to the Chiefs. Sure did. 28-7. It was like watching Patrick Mahomes of old. It was great.
I was wondering how long it's going to be before the NFL start rigging Chiefs games again.
You're not allowed to talk about the refs rigging the game. You'll get fined.
Oh, no.
But I got to say, this week was absolutely nuts. Every game except for the Jets-Bengals was a double-digit margin of victory. It was crazy.
Yeah, and can you believe that there's actually people trying to say that like the NFL's gotten boring because of it?
No. Every game I watched was amazing.
Yeah. Go figure, this is coming from New York sports talk radio.
Well, yeah, if you live in New York, it's boring because you got the Jets and the Giants.
The Jets actually won.
Yeah, but, well, that's true. They're one victory against the Bengals.
Yeah.
Yep.
But, like, yeah, it's crazy. It's like you listen to some of these people and it's like, How much do you get paid to talk about just say this stupid bullshit and not believe it? Because you listen to these people they don't believe it.
Moving into week 9, Adam, what division are you taking for your predictions?
All right, so my predictions, I am going with the AFC North.
All right. Got you narrowed down because the Browns are on the bye.
Yup. So I have the Ravens beating the Dolphins on Thursday Night Football.
Softball, yeah. All right.
And then I have Pittsburgh losing to the Indianapolis Colts.
Hey, go Colts.
You know what? Any chance I get to rag on Pittsburgh, I'm going to take it. Now, having to root for Indy kind of also pulls that another thing I just hate doing, but you know what? I'll deal with it. Ironically, Indy is not favored by that much, and I'm kind of shocked. So Baltimore is a 7.5 point favorite over Miami because they're expecting Lamar to play, but Indy's only a 3.5 point favorite in this game. I'm like, that seems kind of disrespectful.
A little bit. I
know we're in Pittsburgh, but still,
it's old man Rodgers, though. Shoot.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's got an okay defense, but nothing spectacular. So it's I'm shocked that it's only a 3.5 point spread. I would almost take an over on that spread.
Gosh. All right. Pete, what division are you taking?
Well, it's finally that time, boys.
Uh-oh.
You guys jumped the gun last week. I know you both got it right. This is the week you pick the NFC East because the Eagles are on the bye. And I don't have to pick the Eagles game because I always pick it wrong. So I will be picking the NFC East this week.
All right. And your winner.
All right. So Dallas is a 2.5 point favorite over Atlanta. Atlanta is coming off a bye, but they're on a 5-game losing streak. So I don't expect them to be snapping it anytime soon. I'm going to go with Dallas over Atlanta.
Help me out here. I got the Cowboys playing the Cardinals.
Yeah, they play the Cardinals this week on Monday night.
Yeah, Arizona Cardinals. That's what I have up on my tab, but I wrote Atlanta in my notes.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why. I'm sorry.
Making sure. All right.
They're also 2.5 point favorites.
Everything else is right. Arizona is on a 5.
And on a 5-game. Yep, I just wrote. I wrote Atlanta in my notes. Sorry.
No worries. And who's your loser? More so than normal, I guess.
So since I'm picking the NFC East, I'm not picking any upsets. So Seattle is a 3.5 point favorite. Sam Darnold intrigues me this year. So plus we don't know if we're getting Jaden Daniels or not. And if we do, we don't know if he'll be good or not. So who knows what Washington will be able to do with them. I'm going to take Seattle over Washington. So Washington is my losers.
Commanders to lose to the Seahawks.
You took both late games, too.
I know.
Oh, wow, you did. Monday night and Sunday night. Way to go. Well, gentlemen, for the first time in 4 weeks, we don't have a crossover.
All right. We did it.
All right.
I went with the AFC North, taking the home field advantage with a record of 5-1-1. The Packers to win over the Panthers. And for my loser, I'm taking the 3-4 Vikings to lose to the at-home 5-2 Lions.
Are you really calling for the Vikings to lose while you're dressed like that?
Yes.
All right.
Mainly, and also for the costume, did you know that Jonathan Taylor has scored as many touchdowns in 2025 as the entire Vikings team? Go Colts. All right.
I'm going to laugh if Carolina beats Green Bay.
That's not funny.
Although that is the second biggest line of the week,
Yeah.
which I don't get because Carolina's been playing actually pretty well, and Green Bay has not.
They're 5-1-1. That's not bad.
Yeah.
But like they're not. I mean, it's not like they're blowing people out. They're barely winning a lot of their games.
Yeah, you have a point there.
And to be a 13.5 point favorite, nah, dude, like seriously, some of these lines, I would totally take the under on that line. Green Bay's not beating Carolina by more than 13.5.
I'll just be
that's 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I'll be happy if they win by 3, just as long as they win.
Right. That's why I'm like, some of these, man, like the best odds is the Rams against the Saints. They're a 14.5 point favorite. See, I can see that happening.
But the next part of our podcast, a word from our sponsor.
Hey guys, what's up? Before we continue our show, I want to talk to you about our new sponsor, Dubby. You ever feel like you need that extra oomph to power through those late night study sessions, clutch those game wins, or finish that epic video edit? I know I do, and I finally found something that actually works without the jitters or the dreaded crash. Let me introduce you to Dubby. That's right guys, we're partnering with Dubby and we're seriously hyped. Dubby is our new go-to energy drink and it is a total game changer. What makes it so different is first off, and this is huge for me, Dubby has no artificial dyes, plus it's all completely sugar-free. So, you don't get that quick energy spike followed by a massive crash. And the taste is absolutely amazing. Dubby comes with a bunch of different flavors, such as Tiger's Blood, Green Apple, Strawberry Pineapple, plus limited time offers that do go quickly. I'm currently obsessed with the Tiger's Blood myself, but they're all really good. Alright, so how do you get your hands on this stuff? Head on over to dubby.gg and use our code GEEKS10 for 10% off your entire order. That's dubby.gg, dubby.gg. Seriously guys, go give it a try. You won't regret it. We love this product and I'm sure you will too. It's definitely been a game changer for us and I'm stoked to be sharing it with the rest of you. Now, let's go ahead and get back to our show.
The next section of the podcast is a little segment we call Contenders or Pretenders. We are approaching the halfway point of the season, and we thought it'd be a good idea to go through and give our thoughts on each division and talk about the contenders and the pretenders. To make this a little more fun, we're going to use RNGesus to determine who is going to give us our contender and who's going to give us our pretender.
All right.
We'll start with the absolute worst division in the NFL, in my humble opinion. The AFC North. With Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, and Browns.
Hey.
So Pete will give us our contender, and Adam will give us our pretender.
All right. So, I guess since I got the contender, I'll go first. Yes? Or
Yes.
do you want to go first with the contender? Okay. All right. So my contender for the AFC North is going to be Baltimore. I honestly don't think anybody in this division is really a contender. I think they're the closest thing we got to it. They figured out how to win last week. Derrick Henry went off and had a crazy good game. We might get Lamar Jackson back. Yeah, hopefully. So I think they're the closest thing. I don't really see anybody else stepping up, unfortunately.
All right, Adam, who's our pretender?
Is the rest of the division a viable option? Because honestly, I don't think that I think Pete's right. Like the Baltimore's the closest thing, but like there's nobody in this division that I can see even having a chance when it reaches the playoffs. Like the only team that has a chance of making it is Pittsburgh. They're 4-3, but they're getting worse. This entire division, nobody has a positive point differential.
Oh.
Nobody. Pittsburgh is 0. They're even. Everybody else is negative. Like, Cincinnati has the worst. Cleveland has a better point differential than Cincinnati does at this point.
Yep.
Like, nobody is good in this division right now. So, I mean, Baltimore might figure something out once Lamar comes back, but this entire division is just terrible.
All right. Next division, we will talk about the AFC East with the Bills, Jets, Dolphins, and Patriots. Oh, crap. Okay.
I got the Pretender again. All right.
All right. I actually had 2 contenders in this division, but I'll pick one. I'll go with the Bills because saying that the Patriots are a contender would make me chafe. And quite frankly, the Bills beat the Patriots by 3, which and a fluke loss to the Falcons. I can pass both of those to account for the Bills' 5-2 record. At the end of the day, it's Josh Allen with the Bills team that made it to the championship, the AFC championship last year. I can totally see them doing that again, if not making it all the way to the AFC championship again, because I have the Colts winning the Super Bowl now. But anyways,
Of course you do.
Go ahead, Adam.
So, I mean, yeah, my Pretender is going to be in New England, even though they're playing really, really well. They've already beat the Bills once. They've got to play the Bills again still. But, like, they just have a super easy schedule. Like, their wins, besides for the Bills, they've beat the Dolphins, the Panthers, the Saints, the Titans, and the Browns.
Mhm.
So it's like they've really only beat, their only real quality win was against the Bills. Which, again, still very impressive for this young of a team. Because this is a very young team. But this team is probably going to honestly only, I think, lose maybe a game or two the rest of the season. Because they've still got to play, like, they have the Falcons, the Buccaneers, and the Bills. And other than that, everybody else is under 500. I mean, you've got the Jets twice and the Dolphins still, and the Bengals and the Giants. So it's like you've got a lot of really bad teams still to play for the rest of the season. So they could possibly win out, but I don't see them doing anything once they actually reach the playoffs in this point. Because, again, your only quality wins will be against the Bills, which, again, if you beat them twice, bravo.
All right.
Yeah.
Quick sidebar before we proceed and while we're in this division. What team is worse, the Jets or the Dolphins? I love how this is not a quick answer for anybody.
Like, I want to say the Dolphins are worse because at least with the Jets, they've got a new coach and new staff, so you can still have some hope that the coaching staff can kind of still bring in a new system and still trying to implement stuff. Whereas the Dolphins, their coach and their GM have been there for the GM has been there forever, but like the coach has been there for a while, and it just looks like the coach and the players are just done with each other.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think that talent-wise, I feel like the Jets are a worse team. But
Yeah.
the fact that Miami, like, it really just feels like a group of guys that don't want to play together. They don't want to be on the same team. They don't want to be coached by this guy. The coach doesn't want to coach this team. Like, it really just feels like everyone's just there for a paycheck.
Tua, your quarterback, has called out your coach and your GM basically in press conferences this season already. I think New York's a worse place. And you know what? I'll at least give the Jets credit. You know, they went and they got Justin Fields. You know, give the dude a chance to see what he can do. You know, they're trying some different things to at least, at least try something different. They're not just trotting out the same people. They got Aaron Glenn. They, like I said, you have a new coach. They might, see some progress as the year goes on. So for that reason, that's why I'd say the Dolphins probably. It's hard because the Jets have looked so bad for most of the season, except week 1. Week 1, they looked fantastic.
Yeah.
I can't even say that about Miami. Miami's looked like trash almost the entire season.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to the AFC South with the Texans, Jaguars, Colts, and Titans. Aw, come on.
Sorry, buddy.
Ah,
Tom's going to pick the Colts as the pretender. I know it.
not a chance.
Oh, man.
Say it.
I mean, for a contender, I don't think anybody's a real contender in this division, to be honest with you.
Oh.
Like, if anything, like, the Texans and Colts are kind of tied. But, like, that's close. Like, I know the Colts are 7-1, but again, when pretty much all of your wins have come from teams that are under 500, it's not that impressive. But I mean, Houston doesn't really have much to say about it either. So it's like this entire division is like it's just not that great. I mean, Indy's obviously going to win the division. Indy, I think, might win a game in the playoffs, but they're not going to the Super Bowl. But they're the closest thing. And I mean, who knows? They can build on it and maybe they can string together some quality wins. We'll see. They got a couple games the last coming up. They've got to play the Chiefs still this year and the Seahawks and the 49ers. So we'll see what happens because both the Chiefs and the Seahawks are away. So they have to go to Kansas City and Seattle. So we'll see what happens with those two games. I think those two games will tell us a lot more than the games we've seen already, minus the Rams and the Broncos. Because the Rams and the Broncos told us more. Like they can at least hold their own with those two. But we'll see what happens at the end of the season against a little bit better competition.
For the pretender, I'm going to go with Jacksonville. They do have a winning record at 4-3, but that quickly falls apart when you start looking at who they won against. They won against the Panthers, the Texans, 49ers. I might give you a little leeway there. We'll get into them later. And the Chiefs, when the Chiefs were bad. Now, there are a lot of people that would say that because they beat the Chiefs, this is actually legit. Like the Jaguars are good. No, that's fool's gold. You're looking into a mirage. This is not going to hold up. I see Jacksonville landing about where Indy used to land at around the 500 mark. But moving along to the AFC West with the Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders, and Broncos. Again? All right, Adam. Who's the contender of the AFC West?
I mean, you got to pick them until they lose. It's going to be the Chiefs, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, Pete was right earlier in the show. They're getting healthy and they're getting hot at the right time at the end of the season. They've got their entire wide receiver core back now. Everybody's healthy. I mean, your running game looks pretty good too. It's just you've got a crowded division right now with the Broncos and Chargers still ahead of you, and they've got to start losing. Otherwise, Kansas City's not winning it. But I mean, if anyone to make real noise in the playoffs, it's going to be Kansas City coming out of this division.
This was hard because I think you've got 3 contenders in one division. So do I get to say the Raiders with their crappy 2-5 record are pretending to be good? They're not. They're not pretending to be anything. If I have to pick a winning record, I would probably say the Broncos are pretenders. Because it just marginally, but they're on par with the Chiefs, and the Chargers beat both the Broncos and the Chiefs, so I can't say the Chargers. Oh, this is just such a good division. I feel sorry for AFC West fans.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's hard. This was a hard division. But like I said, I mean, unfortunately, until they lose, I got to pick the Chiefs.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any pretending going on in this division. But if I have to pick someone, I guess the Raiders. You don't belong in this division, Raiders. You need to go somewhere else.
I'm shocked they have 2 wins.
Yeah, you're not pretending to be good, but you are pretending to be competitive. Get out of here and stop be competitive.
All right, let's get out of this crap and get into the NFC side of the fence with the NFC East.
All right.
Oh, I don't know what this one is.
Hey.
There we go.
That's what I'm talking about. Perfect color, too. Let's go, baby. Go Birds.
All right, Pete, who is the
East.
Go for it.
It's pretty clear and obvious. You got the Super Bowl champs defending. If you've seen the last couple of games, pretty good. They look like they found themselves again. They did feel like they lost their way. This week we had Barkley putting up over 100 yards. We also had, was it Shipley? No, Bigsby putting up 100 yards. Like 200-yard rushers one game, boys. It's crazy. But yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any pretending in Philly. Like, they definitely know what they're doing. They've been to 2 of the last 3 Super Bowls. They're going to the let's just say they're going to the playoffs this year. I'm not going to guarantee a Super Bowl, but I think they'll be in there. We'll see.
As for the pretender side of the fence, I think it'd be easier to tell you who's not pretending, because the Cowboys are the only one who knows exactly who they are and exactly what they can do. On the other hand, you have the Commanders and Giants, who are both pretending to be a force. Now, I am going to say the Giants are my pretender because they are such hype with Dart and Scattaboo, and they've got nothing to show for it. They got a 2-6 record, and they just lost Scattaboo. And I will say Scattaboo one more time just because I love saying the name Scattaboo. All right,
That poor man. Did you see that injury?
Yeah.
I feel so bad.
They actually announced that it's worse than they initially thought.
Yeah.
No.
It's in the...
He also broke his fibula, too, and tore another ligament.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. He's expected to be out till summer camp next year.
Poor guy. I hope he gets better soon.
But yeah, I really am bummed out that Scadaboo's out because he was an entertaining presence on that field. But for Jackson Dart's promise and Scadaboo's entertainment value, they're still 2-6. So you need to get some more talent on that Giants team, or, just ship Jackson, Dart, and Scadaboo to the Raiders. Get them out of the NFC East.
Oh, ow, dude. Don't do that to those guys. That's not cool, man.
But moving along to the next section is the NFC North with the Packers, Lions, Bears, and Vikings.
Hey, we flipped.
Yay. All right.
Let's go.
I will go with the slightly worse record. I'm going to go with the Lions are my contenders. They have a week 1 loss and a Chiefs loss, but besides that, they're doing really well. You can argue that their schedule isn't great, but I would say that they're winning the games that they've been dealt. So what? And quite frankly, I think the Lions are a force. And just keeping in mind what they did in 2024, I can see them doing something similar this year.
All right. For the pretender, honestly, I think in the truest sense of the word, Green Bay is a pretender. You know, I know they're winning their division right now.
By half a point.
There are a lot of teams in here that feel like pretenders. Honestly, you kind of saying that Detroit's just playing on reputation at this point. You know, Chicago, we thought they were going to be a little better than they are, although, you know, maybe not. Maybe they're turning around. We'll see. Minnesota, they don't have a quarterback, you know, that can stay healthy anyway. And I think if you look at Green Bay, they're winning the division because their schedule is going to be real easy. I mean, the hardest game they have on the second half of the season is they do have to play the Eagles, but they've got pretty much no one else left to play either. So they're going to end up at the end of the season, maybe even winning the division, but then they're going to go to the playoffs and they're going to run into an actually good team and they're just going to lose in the first round. And so Green Bay is going to be my pick as the pretender of this division.
All right. Moving on to the NFC South with the Falcons, Buccaneers, Saints, and Panthers. Oh, good.
Damn it. I know who your contender is, Tom.
Oh, yeah. It's this one's easy. The 6-2 Buccaneers. We all picked them for the division in our preseason predictions, and my mind hasn't changed one bit. They're the only above 500 team in the NFC South with only losses against really good teams. And so until we get more games involving good teams, and I'm going to say the Buccaneers are the greatest team in the NFC South, and they'll definitely make it to the playoffs on that alone.
Yeah. So my pretender in this division is going to be the Falcons.
Oh, shoot, I guessed wrong.
And that being, at least for me, going into the season, I thought that this division was going to come down between like the Falcons and the Buccaneers, as like they were going to basically be going like almost game for game. Because at the end of last season, Atlanta looked pretty good, and they looked good at the end of the season with Penix and with Bijan and Drake London and everything. And like last season, when they put Penix in, things seemed to turn around for the better and looked really good. And they've looked like trash this year. Like they got blanked 30-0 by Carolina, and Carolina has come out to be actually pretty good. Like they've had some actually pretty good wins, honestly. And like right now, Carolina is also 500 and second in the division. But like Atlanta's, like it's more embarrassing that they're 3-4, and like their only wins have just not been really good. They beat the Vikings, the Commanders, and I will say they beat the Bills, which is a good win. But when you lose to the Dolphins 34-10, dude, what are we doing?
So they're the ones.
Yeah, like you lost not just that you lost, you got blown out by the Dolphins. Blown out.
Yeah.
In a game where Michael Penix got replaced by Kirk Cousins.
Oh, you shouldn't even come into work the next day.
Now, I will say he was injured. He did have a knee injury, which is why he came out. But still, it's like the Dolphins, man. It's bad. And That's my pretender. I mean, like I said, I thought Atlanta was going to be like a game, maybe a game and a half back from Tampa for the division, not trailing Carolina for the second spot in the division.
So what's funny to me is naturally I prepped every division just in case, whatever ones I got called for. And I picked the same two teams, but the opposite spots.
Really?
I think Atlanta might be able to do something, but John Robinson is pretty good. If they can figure out a quarterback, because I think they have a quarterback issue there. And at the same time, Baker Mayfield is leading the league in fumbles, man. And like he led the league in fumbles last year too. Like I don't think he's as good as we all think he is. I don't know. I got Baker hate.
Yeah, I think you're very realistic on Baker's abilities. But that brings us to the last division in the NFL, the NFC West, with the Rams, 49ers, Cardinals, and Seahawks.
The same one again.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right.
Hey, yeah. Who is your contender for this division, Tom?
Well, I have two.
You got to pick one.
I will pick the Rams at 5-2, who are on par with the Seahawks, who are also 5-2. I think they have a good record, and if I could pick two, I would do Rams and Seahawks because they're straight down the middle, almost mirrors of each other as far as performance, as far as win-loss differentials. I will pick the Rams just on nostalgia, but I was really hoping I had Pretender on this one, but go ahead, Adam. What do you got?
So my Pretender is going to be San Francisco.
Absolutely.
I mean, just starting off, like, here's a list of injuries. You got Brock Purdy, Ricky Parashell, Brandon Ayuk, Nick Bosa. You've got Fred Warner. Like, I mean, and these dudes are all, like, missing, like, many, many times. Like, pretty much the rest of the season for some. Like, for Warner and Bosa, they're done for the year.
Yeah,
Like,
right
I mean,
now,
they have...
McCaffrey is the number one target for both passing and rushing. Like
they have 10 guys that are on injured reserve, season-ending injured reserve right now. Already. And like I said, Ayuk's out, Purdy's out, which, I mean, with Brock Purdy being out and Mac Jones coming in, this is basically a Kyle Shanahan special where he takes a mediocre to bad quarterback and makes him look like the next coming of like Brett Favre or something.
You know, I think at the beginning of the season where we were really hoping that Christian McCaffrey didn't get hurt, we should have been a little more broad with our hope and be like, all the winners didn't get hurt because, you know, it seems Christian McCaffrey's the only one that's dodged the bullet.
So
far.
Kyle Shanahan's just sacrificed the rest of the team to keep Christian McCaffrey healthy. Because as long as Christian McCaffrey's healthy, the team will keep winning.
I will give you 10 players if you just give me McCaffrey back.
Well, I mean, we saw last year without McCaffrey, that offense ground to a halt.
It's true.
He really makes that entire offense run by himself.
But that brings us into Geeks and Greeks news. I'll skip over the first story because we already talked about Cam Scadaboo's injuries are way worse than we originally thought, with a dislocated ankle, a fibia fracture, and a deltoid ligament rupture. All of this is really bad and will keep Scadaboo out of the game for the rest of the year. His most optimistic projections are summer camp next year. And I will say it one more time just because it's fun. Scadaboo. Moving on to the next story. Aiden Hutchinson got paid.
Hey.
Aiden Hutchinson, the defensive end for the Lions, has signed a 4-year extension for $180 million, $141 million guaranteed, with an average of $45 million a year. Take note, Jerry, you pay your players before they explode, and then they don't have to go to Green Bay.
Exactly.
I mean, to be fair, Hutchinson also doesn't have the injury history that Micah does have. He's only gotten hurt once, unlike Micah's yearly ritual of getting hurt somehow.
Fair enough. Moving on to the next story, Brian Kelly was fired from LSU. Terminated after losing to Texas A&M 49-25. This loss puts LSU at 5-3, losing to Texas A&M, Vanderbilt, and Ole Miss. All 3 losses were in the last 4 games, and I am blown away by college football's intolerance for losing. But more interesting is LSU bought out Kelly's 6-year contract, which had to pay him $54 million to not coach for the next 6 years.
That's the thing with college football, man. I think college football is more stressful of a coaching job than the NFL is.
I gotta
Honestly.
ask you though, Tom.
What?
Is the difference between getting fired and getting terminated? Arnold Schwarzenegger fires you if you're terminated.
Only if you're a Amari Cooper.
Only if he tells you he won't be back.
Yes.
And for our final story of the podcast, the MLB postseason. We're in the World Series right now, Game 5 being played as we speak. I had the score up, but it seemed... Oh, there it is. We are midway through the 6th inning with the Blue Jays winning 3-1. Come on, Dodgers, pick up the slack. Put a Tani in. But for those of you who were crazy enough to watch Game 3 of this season, you have my sympathy. If you don't know, Game 3 was so ridiculous that it went back and forth through 18 innings. That's right, they crammed 2 games worth of innings into one World Series game. This game saw 19 pitchers throw more than 600 pitches, finally culminating in one lucky guy getting a run in the 18th inning.
Home run in the bottom of the 18th in Dodger Stadium.
I don't know. How do you get to that point? Like, you're going through so many pitchers, right? Like you're like super reserve, third, fourth, all the way down the list, reliever pitcher. And like, how is he still striking people out? Like, he wasn't planning on playing today. You know he wasn't. He like got wasted last night, showed up with a hangover, he forgot to shave. And he was just like, shit, I got to pitch in the 17th inning. And then the poor guy who got hit on in the 18th, like, damn, everybody else made it 18 innings, and I'm the jackass that gets the run scored on him. Shit.
Worst part was that towards the end of that game, you could tell the umpire was absolutely done with this game because that strike zone kept getting progressively bigger and bigger, and it just seemed like he wasn't even looking. He's just like, strike.
Dude, I bet everybody was dumb. But yeah, everybody was dumb by that point. Even the players, they just played 2 straight games.
I mean, I guess that's how we answer the question. But you know what doesn't get tired is laser beams, and we could use those to determine where the strike zone is, and that would be a much more accurate way of doing it, and maybe it wouldn't be wrong constantly. But you said this was the last news article. You didn't see the breaking news today, huh? The Eagles traded for Nickelback from New York, Michael Carter II.
Ooh, nice.
Philadelphia Eagle. And we are trading him a receiver I didn't even know the name of, and a 6th-round pick. So basically a bag of popcorn and a guy to mop up. And yeah, I'm excited.
So the Eagles, who are already kicking ass, got better?
Yeah, I mean, we may be kicking ass, but our defense was severely lacking in the corner department.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I also just want to say real quick too, like going kind of hitting back to the the World Series game. Did you see Shohei Ohtani's stat line from this game?
Oh my God.
God.
All right. So he had 9 at bats over 18 innings.
9 at
He
bats.
had 4. He went 4 for 4 with hits. All of them were extra base hits. He had 2 doubles, 2 home runs. He was walked once and then intentionally walked 4 times. So he got on base all 9 times he came up to bat.
So remember when we were talking about records that could never be broken, and one of them was the intentional walk record?
Oh.
I think this guy might be a contender for it next year.
If he stays healthy, he might.
Yeah.
Because
I'm just sad he didn't mention this game because that would have made it even better.
he'd be number 20.
They went 18 innings and they didn't have to have Ohtani pitch.
Yep.
I'm
Nope,
shocked.
they did not have Ohtani pitch at all.
Wow.
He was way
Hell,
more.
even-
He was a batter.
Hell, even old man Clayton Kershaw was put in as relief pitcher, and he's like 40.
So if you're at this game and it's your team, right? You guys stay all 18 innings or you leave?
I mean, I assume if I'm at this game in the World Series and I'm a Dodgers fan, I mean, I'm assuming I'm a Dodgers fan since it's in LA, I'm probably staying, to be honest with you. I'm just calling into work the next day.
Yep. I'm right there too. If I'm home team is in the World Series and it goes into extra innings, you couldn't pry me out of that seat.
I mean, not even just extra innings, 18 innings. Like, it's one thing to go 9, 10, 11 innings. That's one thing. To go 18 full innings. I mean, if I'm paying that much money to go to that game, I'm invested, and damn it, I'm staying.
I feel bad for the fan that wouldn't go to the bathroom because he doesn't want to miss anything and he has to hold it for 9 innings.
Nah, because you got the in between innings where you can go to the bathroom.
Oh, that's true. Good point.
Plus, they got the TVs everywhere now, man. Like, while you're waiting
they have
in line,
TVs in the bathrooms. Yeah.
They're everywhere. But, I mean, to be honest with you, man, if I had seasoned the World Series, or if I had tickets to the World Series and the Phillies were in it, I'm not going into work tomorrow regardless. Like, my boss already done know I am not, like, I am dead to the world in the morning. Do not call me. Because, like, if they win, I'm going to paint the town red. And if they lose, I'm going to paint the town red. So, like, you just might as well not forget my phone number for a day.
But at the same time, that's different for baseball, though, because this is a 7-game series, not a one and done.
Yep, that's a game 3.
But I mean,
if,
still probably going out to the bar to tie one on if they win.
If they win, yeah, but I mean, it's probably not the same thing as if they like win the series. That's different. But like, if it's just like game 1 and they win, you're probably not going all balls to the wall like you would if it was like an actual series clinch.
Yeah, I suppose. I'm still not going to work the next day. That's how it is.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. Oh yeah, I mean, if I lived in the city where my favorite team was and they were in the World Series, I mean, I can't say Super Bowl because it travels every year. But like, if they're in a championship and I'm there, I'm probably not going to show up to work the next morning.
No.
So I think that's going to be about it for us tonight, though. Any final thoughts, gentlemen?
But just be safe in Halloween, man. Happy Halloween to everybody out there. And enjoy it while it lasts, man.
Want to give our prayers and condolences to the family of Nick Mangold, who passed away to kidney disease complications. For those of you who don't know, Nick Mangold was drafted by the Jets in 2006, first round. He was the center for the Jets for 11 years and a 7-time Pro Bowler. In 2022, he was inducted in the Jets Ring of Honor, and this past week we lost him to his long fight with kidney disease.
He's actually up for the Hall of Fame this year.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. So yeah, I mean, have a safe and good Halloween, guys. Be safe out there. Like I said, this is the best time of year for sports. We got football going on. We've got hockey. We've got baseball. We've got basketball. College football is still going on. This is just an amazing time of year. Get your sports in while you can. And that's going to be it. Thanks so much for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss an episode of the Geeks and Greeks podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and Amazon. And you can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Geeks and Greeks. Until next time, may the coin toss of life ever be in your favor. Later, guys.
Yep.
Peace.